Have you ever heard that if you give something 1,000 hours, you show up 1,000 times, that you will be an expert? Well, I am taking this into a whole new level. I turn 30 in 1,000 days. Well, not exactly from today when you guys are seeing this, but from December 31st, 2025 till September 26th, 2028 is 1,000 days until I turn 30. So we are going to do a Thriving to 30 series here at Balance While Blooming to really become her. And it's going to be about 250 days at a time, broken down into systems, habits, routines, and really just starting to get all my life areas on track, figuring out exactly what my values are, how I can get different seasons of life, and how I can show up a little bit every single day to become this next level person. So let's jump into who I will be, the phases I'm going to go on, the exact life areas that I'm going to do, and then the systems that I'm going to do to keep track of who I want to become. And of course, in the first 250 days, it's really just getting realigned with what I actually want to achieve. What is that going to look like? What am I going to do? And then as we get to day 1,000, it should be automatic. It should be something that I'm excited about and something that I am able to incorporate into my day-to-day life because I have become her. Every aspect of what I hope to do here in 1,000 days is going to make me an expert into the person I want to become. So everything that I say today is for me. It's what I'm doing, but take this system, this outline, and the way that I setting this up for you to succeed in the next 1,000 days. Think about what your next chapter of life is. How far away is that? And how can you break it down to what is sustainable for you? For me, I think it's interesting to say if you do something for 1,000 hours that you will become a master at it if you are consistent enough. So we're going to try to be consistent. We're going to show up and we're going to master our life as I turn 30, and you can go through this as well, as we are just exploring a different way to become her. And that's what I want to kind of do as we are transitioning into who I want to be in my 30s. My late 20s are still to have fun, still to enjoy life, be in the moment, but I also don't want to waste my 20s to not be able to really live a thriving life at 30. So welcome back to Balance While Blooming. My name is Bridget. I'm 27 years old today, and I am the founder and creator of Balance While Blooming. So we are going into a new season here at Balance While Blooming where we are really leveling up every single area of life. Yes, we are still believing in ourselves. We are still building our days to success. We are balancing not only who we are today with who we want to become, but also all areas of life as we bloom and grow and become this next level person to achieve everything that we set our mind to and follow through on the things that we are saying. So if any of that aligns with you, join our community. I'm here to inspire you, hold you accountable, and let you know what is possible as you go through your journey. As a reminder, we are all different. We are all going on our own paths, on our own journey, and it's never too late for you to restart, reset, or realign your life to become the next level person. So let's jump into this 1,000 day to become her, where I am thriving to 30. This is a series that we are going to be talking about often. We want to check in on these. We want to see if I'm becoming who I want to be by 30 and if I am showing up for the systems and habits that I need to do if I want to become this person by 30. The first thing that I want you to ask yourself if you are going to go on this 1,000-day journey to become your next level self is, who will you be at that end point? For me, who will I be at 30? I want to be healthy. I want to be strong and mentally regulated. I want to be respected and calm at work and not feel drained and overwhelmed. I want to have a faith-led home with peace and presence. I want to be a CEO of an affordable digital brand and product. I want to be someone who manages money with confidence, travels intentionally, and co-hosts a meaningful community-based podcast with my husband consistently, and has passions, hobbies, and core friendships for a lifetime. That's who I want to be. So what does that mean? I want to work on my health and wellness. I want to really find balance at my job. I want to lean into my spirit, into my faith, into who I want to be. I want to focus on balance while blooming, but I also want to do my podcast and community idea with my husband and have that successful. I want to manage my money confidently. We've been doing this over the last 3 years, but it's really important that we step into who that is. What does that look like? And what does our bank accounts, investments, and all of that need to be? Travel intentionally. Where are we going to travel? Is it with intention? Are we wasting money? Are we spending money? Are we making it to be fulfilled, or are we just going to go? And then what outside of all of that am I passionate about? What hobbies am I doing? And what friendships and relationships do I have outside of my family? Because with all of that, I needed to break it down to be sustainable. So 250 days, I am not doing a whole year, but it's 250 days at a time. The first is the foundation. It's really believing in it while simplifying the systems and setting them up to be simple, stable, and able to flow into my life as a core foundation, and understanding what they are and why I'm doing it. Building, showing up consistently, and feeling confident. So a lot of these things in the back end are figuring out if I can show up consistently and feel the confidence to let it start becoming natural in that 500 days. So by the end, at 500 days, we want to really start letting it be automatic, start letting it show up as just something natural as I'm becoming her. And then as I'm expanding, which is the next phase, that I'm actually scaling and getting support. So this is when I'm going to be pushing myself mostly out of my comfort zone. Now, this is all automatic. What can I do to actually hit those goals that are maybe not just habits and routines? And where do I want to go to see some of those come to life? Like, is that when I'm going to be scaling balance while blooming a little bit more? Is that when I'm going to be expanding and maybe taking some step backs from different areas of life to expand what matters most to me? And lastly, we're going to be blooming in the last 250 days and just feel like this is your legacy, this is right for you, and that it is going to create this person that you want to be. So overall, it's the belief and foundation where you just simplify everything, make it so it's stable in your life with these set systems, set routines, set habits, and then you're going to build it consistency from day 251 to 500 until you feel confident and you're mastering it and you feel good about it becoming automatic, so that in the next 501 to 750 days, you get to scale and get support as you expand beyond the day-to-day tasks. So we have the first half of really just learning, failing, falling forward, and showing up again and again and again and catching ourselves when we fall. But now it should be automatic so that we can expand and scale on bigger goals and bigger visions and things of who I want to become beyond the small little habits and tasks. It's who I really want to be, because as I'm blooming into this person, I want to fall into enjoyment. I want to feel like this is my purpose and my legacy, and I know that this is who I'm going to become as I'm thriving into this new chapter of me becoming 30. So that's where I'm at for the next 1,000 days. Those are the phases I'm going to go on. So what does that look like for me? My life areas that I'm going to be focusing on and what they each mean to me. Faith. This is going to be self-led to create a connection with God rooted in scripture. That means I don't have to go to church. It means I'm going to take time with God as much as possible, rooted in the Bible. Then family and marriage. I want to feel emotionally safe and a joyful home. That means in my family and marriage that they can come to me as a safe space, but also I'm giving them a place that feels safe and a joyful home as I am leaning into this wife, into this daughter role, and being this person who now has elderly, they're not elderly, but my mom is in her 50s, so that they are able to lean on to me, and that my stepson, he's going into his teenage years, that he can lean on me, and that we have a safe place for everyone to come together and join to be happy, healthy, and fulfilled. For home, of course, this kind of leans into the same, but be able to relax and restore. I don't want it to be cluttered. I don't want it to be a place where people feel pressure. I want it to be just really calm, peaceful, and somewhere that they can come and relax and want to come and visit us. Work. I am an executive assistant at a law firm, and that is a lot of work for me. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot that can be overwhelmed and consumed. So we are really going to work towards being calm and respected, not only from our clients, but from other people in our office. And I'm also going to try to step away from my job when I leave and not be overwhelmed and consumed from the people that I either work with or that I hear their stories from them. It is something that I do hold a lot of value and hardship on. For health and wellness, this is another thing. I'm leaning into a nourished and calm mind and body and soul, and I want to feel confident in who I am. So lean into this person who's confident, but also toning and getting lean and taking care of myself as I'm going into this next decade of my life. I'm no longer going to be 20 at the end of this, so I want to make sure that I have a great foundation of my body for the future, for the next 30 to 40 years. Finances, I would love to be fully debt free other than home debt, but I also want to have multiple streams of income, not just me, but my husband as well. And we want to have future investments focused on, because right now we only have one retirement account between the two of us. And I want to make sure that for the longevity of our life, we don't have to work until we're 80 and that we can retire at some point, even if it is a little bit later in life because we started later. Not a big deal, but have my finances ready so I feel secure going into the next decade of my life. Business, this is all about balance while blooming. I want to create a relatable personal growth brand rooted in teaching and storytelling, specifically leaning into the belief to become system. I think we've been doing that this year since my rebrand, and I'm really proud of what is to come and how we are showing up, not only here on YouTube, but also on Instagram, really showing up with purpose of being relatable, being honest, and sharing what has worked for me, what hasn't, and how we can go through this journey together. It is really a community based of just showing up as our best selves and growing together. Next, also business related, but I called this podcast as an area of life, as my husband and I's podcast, Truly Being the Blovers. It comes out January 15th, so be ready for that. And it's going to be fun and diverse conversations that build community and sparks dialogue. We are going to be talking about news, entertainment, things that we find interesting, debates, a lot of core values, relationship stuff. A lot is going to happen in there. And it's just fun for 60 to 90 minutes of us just kind of giving our opinion, talking about what's happening in the world, talking about what is in the entertainment world, and enjoying a community of people who just want to kind of step away from the craziness of their day-to-day life and see what other people think and what we can talk about and what we can enjoy together. That being said, a social life. I would love low pressure and meaningful connections. I feel like sometimes in friendships it's a lot, but I want to really focus on people who want to level up their lifestyle, go into a smaller group of people, and knowing that these connections are going to be meaningful, have purpose, and going to be joyful. Because overall you want to enjoy your friendships, enjoy your relationships, but also be able to experience life, not always partying, but going to things that align with the lifestyle that you want. That leads us right to our hobbies and joy. I want to live life more than just my productivity. I want to explore new and old interests and have hobbies that lead to fulfillment, joy, and inspiration and creativity that are outside of Balance While Blooming or the podcast or my Instagram or something like that, such as puzzles, coloring, going for walks, doing things that are a little bit different for me. And it leads right into our travel. I want to explore new things and admire locations near and far and make memories that are worth my time, energy, and effort of things that I enjoy, cultures I want to experience, and go through the journey of traveling for excitement, for pleasure, and for relaxation. Overall, those areas of life are faith, family, marriage, home, work, health and wellness, finances, business, podcasts, social life, hobbies and joy, and travel. The question now is, you know who you want to become. You know the areas of life. How can you combine those to set habits, systems, and routines? It's really important that you understand that it's going to take time to set this all up. Give yourself grace, give yourself time. Yes, you know who you want to be. Yes, you figure out your areas of life, but to really figure out what you're committed to daily, weekly, and monthly, think about it. You need to do this for the next 1,000 days. And this 1,000 days is going to turn into 5,000 days, and then going to turn into 1,000,000 days. Obviously, you're going to keep leveling up, keep changing, but what you want to achieve is going to be sustainable and longevity and who this person is that you want to become, because we aren't going back to waste another year, waste another month. We are really figuring out who we are, the identity that we want to become in this next chapter. And then the values are your areas of life. What matters to you? What is important to you? What doesn't matter to you? And how can you show up as them is the systems that you create. And I'm going to put them into my tracker. I'm going to give myself grace in the first 250 days, but then I'm expecting to show up as this person consistently and push myself. So what is that going to look like? Quarterly, you want to do a life audit. Where are you at currently? That's 90 days. 90 days is a long time to show up, push yourself, and go into this next chapter. What character trait focus are we working on? Is it family? Is it home? Is it your faith? Is it your social life? Every 90 days, you can lean into one of these areas of life and really push yourself, especially in the first 250 days. Really figure out which kind of season of life you want to work on first, what areas of life, and how you're going to do that. Work on your home renovations. You're also going to work on travel or retreat planning, and you're going to do a deep declutter of your life. Really see what is serving you, what is aligning with you, and what you can just let go of. And this is mental declutter, digital declutter, and physical declutter. Monthly, we are going to do a personal development focus. So what do we need to focus on? Do we need to focus on our mindset? Do we need to work on our self-growth? Do we need to work on systems and routines? Do we have to focus on finances? What do we kind of want to lean into monthly about learning? And this is really getting your personal growth, your skills, your thoughts, your feelings aligned with an expert in that field that already has done 1,000 hours. And it doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything, but see a new perspective in this personal development focus. Financial reset or review, just kind of really check in with those. A camping or getaway, not every month is it going to be you automatically going, but does that mean you get a weekend getaway? Does that mean a night getaway? Or are we really going to go camping and go hiking and enjoy nature? We're going to see. Home plan or project, I hope to either plan a project or do a project every single month to really make my home and figure out the best ways for the layout and life. My husband and I are going to do 2 date nights a month. One can be out and a dinner, and the other one is going to be in or an adventure, or we can go out again. It doesn't matter, but it's 2 intentional date nights. Talking about intention, family game day or family game purpose or family day that is purposeful, that is not on our phones, on technology. It's really connecting one-on-one and spending that time as a family. So as you can tell, monthly and quarterly are wider range of things that I want to do with our family, with our friends, our home, doing all that. As we get into the weekly and daily, it's more of my responsibility. Obviously, I need to share with my husband. We're a core, we're a team, but it's also showing up as the person that I want to become. He's not always going on this journey with me, but he needs to be aware of what is happening. For weekly, gym 4 to 5 times a week. A marriage check-in, this is just kind of checking in, spending that intentional time again of what can I do to help you? What can I do to make you feel more fulfilled? And what can I do for you that will make you feel more loved or supported. Family connection, how can we spend some quality time? Is it dinner? Is it sitting at the table, not sitting on the couch or all eating dinner at different times? What can we do as a family to connect? Content creation, this is important weekly. I want to do not only short videos, but videos for you guys. That means the podcast, uploading from behind the scenes, couples content, my content, everything that we need. And also weekly checking in with our budget, checking in with where we're at based off our monthly financial review and reset. And lastly, weekly is a joyful activity that I spend quality time on, and it's with purpose and passion that I am doing something that I want to do for me. So that was all weekly. I feel like all of those are very doable. Some of them take 5 to 10 minutes, and some is just showing up consistently enough to show that I want to do that and check in as much as possible. And other things are going to be a deep focus hour once a week. Push yourself when you're setting these systems and habits and routines, because some of them may need more time than others, but really find that balance in the weeks. Daily, this is a lot for me. This is a lot for me to take time on and change the way I show up every day. But I think it's important that I do all of these for who I want to become. So the first is Bible study reading. I want to do a reading a few chapters every single day. I do have a 365-day plan on my Bible app, but I also am going to read it on my Bible, not on the app. But I have a plan to read the entire Bible in 365 days. Next is journaling. I want this to be either free writing, gratitude, thoughts, feelings, actions, whatever it may be. Just giving myself time to sit with myself with no music, nothing, maybe calming meditation music, but something that is going to let my brain just flow, write what I need to write, let it go, brain dump, whatever it may be. Next is that movement. I want to move at least 20 minutes a day. That could mean walks outside, that can mean stretching, that can mean just getting up throughout the day, 20 minutes and moving with purpose. Whatever that is for me every single day, we will kind of adjust and see how that goes as the weeks go on and the days go on. Sticking with health and wellness, nourishing meals. I want to really focus on more whole foods, more recipes, really come with the intention of getting the core values of a meal in every single day. This is a lot mental. Every single day is an emotional check-in. So not only with that brain dump, but if I need to, I can voice memo it, I can talk to myself, I can lean into myself, whatever it may be, to really show up as this person I need to become and really check in emotionally so that I'm not overwhelmed and that I stay calm, cool, and collected. And lastly is an evening wind down. It's really important that I check in with myself and know that I'm planning for the next day, that I have everything set, I didn't forget anything, I've checked in with my tasks, what do I need to do to make tomorrow better. So now, if you've made it this far, I really challenge you to think about what your next chapter is. 1,000 days from now, what can you do to really level up and become her? Of course, I have deadlines and cutoffs in between now and turning 30, but part of this thriving to 30 is challenging myself to really become this person I want to be by the time I'm 30. I've been talking about it since I started this channel at 25, that I was ending my 20s and I was in my late 20s and I wanted to figure out my life, and I'm starting to do that. I'm really stepping into my purpose. I'm stepping into the person I want to be, but becoming her is that person before 30, having it figured out in the best way that is possible for me, figuring out what aligns with me, what my purpose is. Do I have it all figured out? Do I feel happy, fulfilled, and joyful? And how really believing in myself, I can build that person. And all it takes is finding balance and blooming into her and becoming her over time. And I want to show you guys that that's possible. I want to show you guys what I'm capable of, what you're capable of, and that we all may be different. We all may have different goals in the next 1,000 days, but anything and everything's possible. And figure out who you want to be in the next 1,000 days. Go after her. Start believing in her, truly. Build her, balance her, bloom into her, And let's go on this journey together, because I cannot wait to see how you level up your life and who you can become in 1,000 days. So as always, subscribe, check out my other videos, and let's go on this journey together. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.